What if I told you the secret to making a man chase you isn't about looking perfect, playing games, or pretending to be someone else, but about unlocking a natural energy you already have? Most women think they need to do more to be wanted. But the truth is, the less you push, the more magnetic you become. Today, I'm going to show you the feminine energy that makes him chase you without you even trying. What if I told you the secret to making a man chase you isn't about looking perfect, playing games, or pretending to be someone else, but about unlocking a natural energy you already have? It's a statement that might sound surprising, but it's true. Many women believe that to be desired, they need to constantly change, perform, or play by someone else's rules. But the truth is, what makes you magnetic and irresistible comes from something much deeper, a powerful feminine energy that already exists within you. Today, I'm here to share that secret with you, and it's not something you'll have to work hard to do. Instead, it's about embracing the energy you already have. And the best part? You won't have to change a thing about who you are. It's all about bringing forth the true essence of your feminine energy. Are you ready to discover the magnetic calm, the power of vulnerability, the strength in your boundaries, and so much more? Let's dive in. When you think about what really attracts people, what comes to mind? Perhaps it's charm, appearance, or even an extroverted attitude. But what truly creates an instant and deep connection is something far simpler and more powerful: presence. A person's true presence has a natural magnetism, something that goes beyond words or gestures. Have you ever stopped to notice how, when you're truly in the moment, without worrying about what others think, people around you seem to be drawn to you almost magnetically? This is the power of inner calm, which comes from being completely present. You don't have to put any effort into being noticed. You simply are. In my own life, I've experienced moments when real connection with others happened, when I stopped trying to impress. When I let go of any expectations and just gave myself to the moment, attention and connection flowed naturally. It's like a calm lake. When there are no ripples, the water reflects the sky perfectly. Similarly, when your mind is calm and you're in the present, the energy around you reflects your true essence, attracting everyone around you. This isn't something you do, it's something you are. It's as if your energy tells everyone around you, I'm here, and I'm exactly who I'm meant to be. Imagine a serene lake without any ripples. The calmer it is, the better it reflects the sky, right? That's your role. When you enter a space without rushing to show who you are or what you have to offer, you become that calm lake. Your energy reflects your inner self, and in almost magical ways, people are drawn to you. Contrary to what many people think, you don't need to make an effort to be noticed. You just need to stop trying to impress. When you do that, your true energy becomes irresistible. You know that feeling of being welcomed without needing words? It happens when you convey openness through your posture, your gaze, even the simple act of smiling. Feminine energy has a unique way of inviting others to approach, but without rushing, without forcing. It's not about playing games or manipulating anyone. It's about being genuine and allowing people to feel comfortable around you. The way you behave, how you position yourself, and even how you look at people can speak louder than 1,000 words. When you're open, with no emotional barriers, connection happens naturally. It's like opening the door to a welcoming home and letting people walk in without you needing to do much. I remember a moment in my life when simply showing myself as receptive and attentive made all the difference. I was at a cafe, having a conversation with a friend, and noticed a man observing from a distance. He didn't quite know how to approach, but the way my body was oriented towards him, how genuinely present I was in the conversation, made him feel comfortable enough to come over without me needing to say a word. My openness was the key to him feeling confident enough to start a conversation. Sometimes all we need to do is let our energy speak for us. Imagine you're in a room full of people, and when you walk in, someone greets you with a warm smile and a simple gesture, like a wave, or just a soft smile. You don't need anything more. You already feel more at ease, don't you? That's the energy you can convey through an open posture. When you're genuine, welcoming, and open to connecting, people feel that instantly. It's not words that make the difference, but the silent language your body speaks. This openness isn't something forced, but rather a subtle and natural invitation for others to be attracted to who you truly are. There's one thing that, when you have it, people can notice, even without you needing to say a word: self-worth. When you feel good about who you are, it naturally shines through. Confidence doesn't come from external things. It comes from within, and others can sense it. You don't need to seek validation from the outside because you already know your worth. It's like a rare jewel that shines without making any noise. People can feel the difference between someone who seeks approval and someone who knows and accepts themselves. When you have this kind of confidence, it's impossible not to be attractive. I've had moments in my life when my own insecurities prevented me from showing up in the world. But once I started valuing myself without worrying about what others thought, things started to change. I remember being at an event surrounded by people, but I felt disconnected until I decided to stop trying to impress and just allowed myself to be me. Suddenly, people started to approach me, not because I did something, but because my energy was at peace with myself. Self-worth doesn't need to be said, it's simply noticed. When you value yourself, the world around you begins to value you too. Think of a rare jewel. It doesn't matter where it is, whether it's in a flashy display or hidden away. Its beauty and shine are obvious, no matter its exposure. Similarly, when you have confidence in your own worth, it reflects silently but powerfully. It's not about showing the world how much you're worth. It's simply about being who you are. That creates a magnetism no one can ignore. It's not something you do for others. It's something you are. And that's the secret to attracting others in a genuine way. True emotional expression is one of the most powerful ways to create a deep connection with someone. Many believe that in order to attract a man's attention, you have to always be strong, unshakable, and controlled. But in reality, what truly makes a difference is the ability to express genuine emotions without fear. Vulnerability is not weakness. On the contrary, it is one of the most authentic ways to connect with others. When you allow yourself to feel and express your emotions naturally, you create a deeper connection because people, especially men, are attracted to authenticity. This doesn't mean you should expose yourself excessively or forcefully, but be real, honest, and open to what's happening inside you. One of the most significant moments in my life, I remember opening up emotionally in a completely genuine way with someone. I wasn't trying to impress, I was just being true to what I was feeling. At that moment, I didn't need elaborate words. The connection happened because he felt my vulnerability and it made him want to get closer. This kind of emotional flow isn't about being fragile, it's about being authentic. Many times, people, especially men, don't know how to handle someone who is completely transparent with their feelings. This creates a completely different dynamic of attraction because there's no fear of being who you are. Think of water flowing freely. When it finds an open path, there's no resistance, it just follows. When you allow yourself to express your emotions without blockages or fears, you create an energy that flows naturally and effortlessly. This can be much more attractive than emotional rigidity or trying to hide what you feel. Vulnerability, when shared genuinely, is one of the greatest sources of connection and attraction. People are drawn to those who aren't afraid to show up fully with their strengths and weaknesses because that openness creates a space for true intimacy. There's something fascinating about not revealing everything at once. When you keep a certain level of mystery, you not only create interest but also keep the person curious about who you really are. This doesn't mean playing games or being manipulative, but rather allowing the other person to have the desire to discover more about you over time. Healthy mystery is about letting the imagination flow and the connection develop naturally. It's not about hiding who you are, but not exposing everything right away. When you have the ability to keep something to yourself, it generates an attraction that can't be easily explained. I remember a time when, as I started a new friendship, I realized that I was naturally reserved about certain aspects of my life. I wasn't trying to be hard to reach, but I simply left some details to be revealed over time. This generated curiosity in those around me, and as the days went by, people wanted to know more. When you reveal everything right away, you lose the chance to create that desire, that curiosity. Healthy mystery isn't about being closed off or distant, but about creating space for the other person to want to get closer and discover more. This is attractive because it sparks genuine and ongoing interest. Think of a book you're eager to read. If you already know everything that's going to happen, it loses its charm, right? Mystery is what keeps the interest alive, and the same applies when interacting with someone. Don't reveal everything at once. Let the person have the chance to discover more over time, always maintaining the balance between being open and keeping a bit of your essence to yourself. This creates a dynamic where the other person feels attracted, not just by who you are, but by what's yet to come. Light and playful energy has the power to create an instant connection and break any ice. Often, people are attracted to someone who doesn't take life so seriously all the time, someone who knows how to relax and have fun. This doesn't mean being childish or immature, but rather being able to let loose and enjoy the moment in a spontaneous and carefree way. When you project this light energy, without fear of being yourself, it automatically creates a sense of freedom and pleasure around you. People are naturally drawn to those who have the ability to have fun and enjoy life without worrying about others' opinions. I remember a situation when I was at a party, and the energy was a bit tense. Everyone was concerned about maintaining an image or following certain standards. That's when I decided to be a little more playful, making light jokes and being more spontaneous. In no time, the vibe of the party completely changed. People started to loosen up, smile, and engage in more open conversations. It wasn't forced, it was simply allowing fun to happen naturally. The lightness you project creates an environment where everyone feels comfortable expressing themselves, which makes you come across as a naturally attractive person. Think about how you feel when you're with someone who has a genuine sense of humor, someone who isn't afraid to laugh at themselves and see the fun side of life. That energy is contagious. Lightness and humor have the ability to break down barriers and create an instant sense of connection. It's not about being funny all the time, but about being able to let life flow without overloading situations. The charm lies in being who you are, without rushing, without pressure, allowing the energy to flow naturally. Many women believe that, in order to be loved or attractive, they need to always be available and agreeable. However, true feminine strength comes from the ability to set and maintain clear boundaries. When you say no firmly and respectfully, you demonstrate self-confidence and self-respect, which paradoxically can increase others' interest and respect for you. Boundaries aren't about pushing people away, but about making sure you stay true to yourself without compromising your needs and values. When you know what you accept and what you don't, your energy shifts, and the people around you naturally begin to respect your boundaries. I remember a personal experience when a man tried to cross an important boundary for me. Upon noticing this, I didn't hesitate to be clear and assertive about what was acceptable and what wasn't. He might have been surprised, but at the same time, his respect for me increased. By setting that boundary, I showed that I was willing to respect myself and demand the same from others. It's not about being rude or aggressive, but about being firm and kind at the same time. Healthy boundaries don't push people away. On the contrary, they attract respect and admiration. Think of a fence around a garden. It's not there to trap or keep anyone out, but to protect what's inside. Your boundaries work the same way. They're not meant to create impenetrable barriers, but to ensure that what you value, your time, your emotions, and your energy, is respected. When you set these boundaries, you send a clear message that you respect yourself, and that makes others respect you too. True feminine strength is in being able to say no when necessary, and in doing so, becoming even more attractive. When you live for yourself, with your own dreams, passions, and interests, something extraordinary happens. You become even more attractive. Many women fall into the trap of thinking that in order to be loved, they need to constantly please others or depend on them for their happiness. But true attraction comes when you are emotionally independent and live a fulfilling life on your own. This doesn't mean being selfish or uninterested in others, but rather having a rich and interesting life that doesn't rely on someone else to feel fulfilled. When you are happy with who you are and what you're doing, that energy overflows and becomes irresistible to those around you. I myself went through a time when I found myself putting my own desires aside, believing that I needed to adjust to others in order to be loved. But when I started prioritizing my own passions and interests, my life changed. I began investing in myself, in my personal growth, and in the things that made me happy. Suddenly, others started to show more interest in me, not because I was trying to please them, but because my life was filled with purpose and energy. This made me realize that when you live on your own terms, the attraction you naturally draw from others becomes effortless. Think of a blooming garden. It doesn't live for the visitors who come to it, it simply blooms for itself. The flowers attract bees and passers-by because they're living their own essence, expecting nothing in return. Similarly, when you focus on living a fulfilling life, cultivating your own interests and passions, you naturally become an attractive person. There's no need to force others' attention or try to fit into molds that aren't yours. Your energy, coming from a full and independent life, naturally attracts those who share or respect the same values. You've now learned the true essence of feminine energy that doesn't require playing games or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about tapping into the authenticity, the self-worth, and the unique power that comes with embracing your true self. Remember, this energy isn't something you need to chase after. It's already within you. You don't need to perform or force things. Just live with confidence, clarity, and vulnerability, and the right people will naturally be drawn to you. So what are you waiting for? It's time to stop looking for external validation and start living for yourself. Embrace the feminine energy that makes you magnetic, and watch how the dynamic shifts in your favor. Do you feel ready to embody this powerful energy? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going. And hey, if you're ready to dive even deeper into attracting love and healthy relationships, make sure to hit that subscribe button and activate notifications for the next video.